Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Bobchi's Corner. We are in Bobchi's yard. We're in our yard, and today's gonna be a very hot day. I thought I'd bring you along for a very quick garden tour and a little bit of a harvest. Let's see what we have, and let's get to it. Let's start with the garlic. Look, garlic is all done and ready to be pulled up. It's got the two bottom leaves here. They're dried up and they died. The tips are all dried up, so I'm gonna wait another day before I pull these up, because the day before yesterday I watered it not thinking, so I just want the soil to dry out a little bit. We're supposed to have temperatures in the 90s today, so I'm hoping that's gonna help. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you back when I pull these up to see what they look like. So moving on, these are the cucumbers that I transplanted from the other bed. They are starting to change color to a darker green. If you look here, the other leaves, I'm gonna have to trim off the dead leaves, but apparently there was something wrong with these plants that I purchased. But they are doing much better now. And my cherry tomatoes. I've already gotten a couple of cucumbers out of here. Oh, let me get a better angle here. I got a couple of cucumbers out of here. There's one laying right there. So I'll probably be picking that by the end of the day. So these are my cherry tomatoes. Celebrities are still growing slow. So are the beefsteaks. But I still think that these are mismarked. I don't know. We'll find out though. I didn't think that beefsteaks and celebrity slicing tomatoes grew in clusters like that, but maybe they do. So I also have my broccoli, and my broccoli is thriving. So it'll be interesting to see how this year's broccoli crop comes out. For the first time growing it last year, I didn't do too bad. And I did them in grow bags. I think they would have done better if I did not have them in grow bags. So let's move on to my other bed here. You can see I'm getting a red onion that's bulbing. So these are thriving. These are doing good. My carrots are doing okay. They're far from being ready to be picked, that's for sure. But my onions are doing great. And my strawberries, I've been picking one or two every day, just snacking on it when I come out here in the morning. There's one right there, turning red. My parsley, I don't think it likes the heat, but I'm trying to keep it watered. Let's move on. Oh, I don't think I showed you that I put up my bird bath. I moved it over to here, planted some flowers, and with the heat, I'm keeping water in there for the birds so they have something to drink and cool off in. So this is the new area that I worked on this year. So I've got 5 beds on this side. Let's go look on this side. I still got a lot of work to do over here. I still have a lot of wood chips to deal with. So these are my Brussels sprouts. And they're starting to perk up. But I did fertilize them a couple days ago. So maybe that's why they're starting to look like they're growing. And these are, not sure, some sort of pole bean. I don't do very well with pole beans, but I picked up a couple of plants on clearance. So I figured, let me give it a try. And in here, I planted zucchini seeds. I stuck zucchini seeds in there. because I realized I don't have any regular zucchini growing. And I figured, okay, it's mid-June. I still have time. Here's my asparagus, my cauliflower, and my gherkins. Those are doing very well. Very nice. And my watermelon. I forgot, I think this might be, I don't see a tag. Is there a tag? Yes, there is a tag. Let me see what kind. This is Black Diamond. Oh, are these big or small? I have no idea. I'll find out. I hope they're not giant watermelons. I hope they're little ones. So, we'll find out. And the flowers. These are wildflowers. I just threw the seeds in these little run-down containers. I really did not think anything would come of it. But it did. Seems like items that I don't really care for or take care of very good do the best. So maybe I just care too much. Let's go check this out. Let's go check this out. These are, again, I planted some pole bean, yard-long. These are the yard-long beans, 2 different varieties. I think I planted these on the a couple weeks ago, or on the 9th. Today's the 19th, so about 10 days. My basil. Look at this squash plant. Well, I got multiple in there, but they're huge. And these are 8 balls. And let me show you. I think we'll be picking this one today. This one is oversized already. I think I was supposed to pick this maybe yesterday. So we'll be picking that one today. Don't know why, but that one doesn't really seem to be growing much. It looks like it's still the same size, so I don't know if it's gonna die or what. And then these aren't really growing very fast either. I thought they're supposed to grow faster than this. They seem to look the same size for the past couple of days. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it didn't get pollinated and it's gonna die, not sure. And these are my green beans. I will bring you around to the other side. This is what I'm gonna harvest today. They really need to be taken care of today because I'm afraid if I wait another day, they're gonna look a little bit or they're gonna taste a little woody. I don't know. Can green beans get too big? I don't know. So I'll be picking those today. I'll bring you along for that right after the garden tour. These are my cabbage heads that I transplanted from the other bed. I still have more to transplant, but they're doing good. So we'll see how the rest of the year or the rest of the summer with these go. I don't know if the heat's gonna affect them at all, or I'll have to look into it, see if cabbage heads like Savoy or other brands or other types struggle in the heat, especially when this week all day, every day except for one is in the 90s, and then it's supposed to cool down. So, all right, let's get to harvesting some green beans. Look at this one. This one is one bean split in 2. Interesting. Guys, I think this is my very first legit harvest ever. This is crazy. Love it though. Looks like we're going to be doing a canning project. This is my first harvest, official harvest of the season. There's a lot of green beans in there that still need to come to size, and they're just gonna keep coming, so I'm gonna have to keep periodically checking, being this is the first. I've never had my first green bean harvest this much, and maybe because I harvested last year the beans when they were smaller, maybe more like this, and I came out more often, but never in one shot have I had a whole container like this at one shot. So all right, so I'll bring you along when I go to can these up. That'll be in a different video. Let's go see how I can pull that zucchini ball squash out, the 8-ball, I believe they call it. See how I can get to it, because it's pretty wedged in there. So let's go there. Let's see if I can get in here with these, or I may have to use the knife part of it or whatever. I need to see how can I get in here without damaging the plant. Unless I can twist it. Let's try twisting. Oh, that worked. That worked. There we go. My first 8-ball zucchini squash. Oh, at least I got one before the squash bugs get them. All right, moving on. I want to trim these off, cut these down, and I'm just gonna get them ready for the freezer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it at the base, and we'll see if they start growing again from the base. See, these turned a little woody. They're not. They're more firmer. I'm just going to leave these alone, let them reseed themselves for next year. Alright, so we've got these. Let's go to the, I'm going to put these away, and we're going to move on to the onion bed so I can give them a haircut while I'm out here. I'm not cutting them all the way down. I'm going to leave some green. I heard that this will promote bulb growth. So let's fingers crossed that it does. I also heard that each one of these is actually a layer of the onion bulb. So these will definitely not go to waste. So let's move on to let's go to that cucumber and get that cucumber out of here while we're at it. Alright, so there's still another one. This one's a little one. Good for snacking. Alright. So let's go in the house. It's getting pretty hot out here, and from the looks of it, I think I'm gonna actually, let's see, let me pull up one garlic and see what it looks like. If it's not too wet inside of this, then I may pull them all up. But I just want to test with one. Let's try this one. Oh, it looks pretty dry in there inside. So maybe I could pull them all. They are a little small, and I'm wondering if that's because I replanted what I planted last year instead of ordering new ones. So maybe lesson learned. We'll see. I'm gonna leave the rest in there and see what happens, just to see will they get bigger. So here's my June 19th garden harvest of my green beans. I pulled some garlic out. I'm gonna cure my garlic probably in the basement because it's nice and cool down there. I have a dehumidifier down there. My one squash, big giant green onions, and I gave my bulbing onions a haircut, so these will not go to waste. I'm gonna chop these up. I have to keep these dry so that when I throw them in the freezer, they don't turn into a clump. I'll be able to they'll be nice and loose. So you can just take as much as you need or want. But wow, this is my first batch of green beans. To go out there my first time and be able to get all this is amazing. So thank you once again for joining me in Bobchi's Corner in my garden with my one little cucumber too. And I hope to see you soon. Until next time.